Welcome to the Co-op Toolkit from Seeds of Peace. We're going to take a look at how we contribute a peace-building resource to our Co-op Toolkit archive of peace-building strategies. Let's go to the home page of the toolkit itself. Here we are, and we can see this is the way that we organize the categories of our resources, and you can search for them by category or by word search, and there is another video for you on searching, one for smartphones, one for laptops. But right now what we're going to do is look at contributing a new peace-building resource. Now our hope is that you will add resources. You will add a record of your action plan and progress on your action plan, and if you run into websites or organizations or courses that you think are valuable, that you'll add them through time. Now I'm going to add a resource so that you can see how this is done, and I am going to add the Room to Read Literacy and Girls Education Program. So now, a reason that we're adding this as a peace-building resource is that we know that equity for girls around the world, learning to read and being able to work and be a productive part of society, is very important for peace overall. Now, here is a good little summary of what Room to Read Literacy for Girls does. So we can just copy it and paste that into our description of the resource. Now they ask us to add a resource, an image. So I can come here, take a simple screenshot, save it, and now in Seeds of Peace, I will want to add this as a media file in our library. When you're logged into Seeds of Peace as a community member, that gives you the access to our media library and to add a new resource. So I'm going to Media, Library, Add New, and I'm simply going to select that file, which here is the screenshot I just took, add it, and now it is in our library. And just to make sure that everything is well organized, I'm going to go to the library, and I see it listed here, and I'm going to give it a proper name. I'm going to call it Room to Read Girls Literacy, and update it. And now I'm going to copy the URL and here I immediately get into the media library as soon as I click share, and I click that resource that we chose, and it has now been added as the featured image. Now, we could add a YouTube video URL if we had one. We don't have one currently. Now, this is a program and an organization, so I'm going to indicate those. And in terms of pillars that it relates to, it really, learning to read has to do with peace within and peace with others and community. And it has to do with courage and critical thinking, collaboration, connection, especially. And in terms of topics, we're going to look at gender equity, economic justice, resilience, respect. And in terms of school subjects, this could relate to digital literacy, language arts, social emotional learning, definitely. And in terms of ages, this is going to relate to elementary, middle, high school, and adult. And this is an online resource, and it could be used after school in a community, home, online, or in school. And this program it's free to use as an individual, and to implement it in a program, I believe there'll be a fee. And they also are looking at sponsors to get people to contribute to this. Now we're seeing if they have a copyright notice. And some nonprofits do have copyrights, some do not. I do not see a copyright here. They have a registered trademark, but no copyright. So the copyright is not a required field. If it has a red asterisk, it's a required field. This is not a Ceeds of Peace. It is an external, and it's from Room to Read. And the URL is the first part of this. So we put in the organization URL. The program title is Literacy and Girls Education. So that's both the name of the program and the name of the resource. I'm going to copy that again here. Sometimes that's different, a different program than the resource. Now, the contact name here, if we go in, we want to learn more and more about other groups as we go. But I look at about, and if you're adding a resource of your own, you may know the leaders in the organization. In this case, I don't know these people personally, but here's the name of their CEO. And in terms of a link, we get a Twitter handle. So I can put in her contact name here, and I can also put in her Twitter handle. Let me make sure I have that copied. So it did not copy, but it's GK Morali. Now we click Create a New Resource. So I'm going to leave out the email. So the other email they had on this site, if we go to connect, usually connect or contact, you can find something. So we see info@Room to Read is the email that they give. I would have liked to have had one to the CEO, but we didn't get one, but we do have info now. So those are the little bits you have to go through in order to add a resource. But once you do it, this is something that now can be used by thousands of other people. And it's currently uploading, and when this stops rotating, we'll be actually able to look at this as a resource. So now we go back to the website to see, did our resource get included? So if we do Room to Read, and do a word search. No. Now, when we input a resource, it goes to Ceeds of Peace, and Ceeds of Peace needs to check these so that we make sure that nothing that is inflammatory or has errors is printed. So we can see here is, so an editor at Ceeds of Peace or staff member will check these and click on it. We now see our Ceeds of Peace seed did get printed, and we can agree to publish it. And in order to, so we can check all of the things, looks correct. We can publish it. Now we can preview, see what this is going to look like on the website. And here it is, we have added this. Now, people who come to the Co-op Toolkit will So a day later, we go in and click on the Co-op Toolkit, and here we come, and without specifying any category, we see we now have 758 resources instead of 757, and the very first one is listed as the most recent one added, and here it is, what we created, Room to Read Literacy and Girls Education Program. And when we open it, we see the resource and the summary, and we can click, and that takes us directly to that organization's resource. I hope you're able to add resources to Ceeds of Peace Co-op Toolkit, and I hope you're able to find resources from others. Thanks for watching.